morning and howdy. My name is Henry Chidgey and welcome to my Wednesday morning leadership videos. I believe that a coaching style of leadership with foundations built on trust, integrity, and respect for all people contributes tremendously to create a world that works for all of us. Thank you for being part of making that vision a reality. These free videos and free blogs are part of my expression of my commitment and passion to that vision. I'm very happy you've chosen to be part of my tribe and are doing your part to make our joint vision real. My goal here is to help you build your company and your team to create outstanding results in a way that is both gentle on your people and ruthless on the challenges that they and you face. So what separates great leaders from the rest? There are leaders, and then there are leaders. In my years of experience coaching some of the best leaders in our country, I have found 5 key habits that all of them have mastery of. I want to share them with you today, especially as we consider that possibly the great resignation is still far from over. Number 1, great leaders are likable, not necessarily liked. This is a little hard to digest, especially for those who like to be liked. And that includes most all of us. Everyone wants to be liked by most people. But if your desire becomes a need, then there is something to reflect on here. People pleasing is a detriment in leadership because it prevents you from leading properly. You will be unable to give feedback, regardless of whether it is constructive or not, because you'll be too afraid that the person might stop liking you. This doesn't mean you have to be a jerk to your team, but find the fine line that separates leadership and friendliness. Number 2, great leaders lead with love. Yes, I said love. I've mentioned this time and again, but leadership is truly a caring profession. We love our team members, and it reflects on how we interact with them. There's warmth and connection in all our actions. However, there is a condition to that love. We always encourage our team members to reach their potential. We lead with love, but we don't excuse bad behavior due to it. Third, great leaders adapt their coaching styles to the person they're working with. Studies prove that having the same leadership style for all employees is not only tiring, but inefficient as well. In fact, many leaders say that any effort to be impartial is a misguided attempt to be fair. What works with one person may not work for the next. Learn how to adapt your coaching style so that they match the person you're talking to or working with. The fourth is great leaders are transparent. In traditional organization, information flowed up and down. Decisions came down, information flowed up, and never should the two meet. However, great leaders understand that a well-oiled precision team needs to know who is doing what and why. From the lowest employee in the organization to the highest leader, everyone should know the ins and outs of the organization. 5, great leaders lead with intent. They know exactly where they're going. Take in mind that this doesn't necessarily mean they know the how, but the what and why is always clear to them. This is important to remember. A lot of us get lost in the minutia of everyday life and tend to be perfectionists in all our plans. However, all you really need is a relatively well thought out plan and the courage to lead, even if it isn't all laid out in front of you. One other habit that I want to mention, it may have seemed to be minor, but I've found it to be important, is that great leaders don't attend meetings with their mobile phones either turned on or in their hand. Sounds pretty simple, but many leaders still do this, sometimes under the pretext of taking down notes. My guidance to you is, it looks rude, it is unprofessional, and it may demoralize your team. Give your team the respect and gift of your undivided attention. Moving forward, I recommend bringing in a tablet with some paper and a pen and take some notes. Even the process of taking notes on a piece of paper shows respect to the person that just said what you're taking notes about. Tying these all together, the basic rule of thumb is to treat your team members the way you would want to be treated. If you've never had an example of a great leader before, then become one yourself. Become the leader that you would have wanted to work for. Everything becomes simpler then. Leadership matters. See you soon.